What's going on, guys? Spasmodic here, back inside Destiny 2, and in this video I'm going to be covering a guide on how to get the Winterbite Exotic Glaive. To begin this quest, you must complete the Lightfall campaign. Once the campaign is completed, you've obtained your Shran subclass and experienced the cinematic ceremony for Rohan. Head to the Hall of Heroes and speak with Quinn Ligari, the city archivist. She'll have the first step of the quest titled Welcome to the Hall of Heroes, where you'll have to listen to 8 different audio recordings spread across the room. Once these are completed and listened to, the first actual step of the quest is a part of the Stargazer quest. Pick it up from Quinn, and the first step is to loot a Terminal Overload chest at the end of the activity. Terminal Overload is the rotating major public event activity across Neomuna, so just check your map to see where it's at for the day and complete it with some friends and other guardians in patrol. Once you have completed the Terminal Overload activity, you only have to loot the free chest, not the one that requires a key. Once that is done, you'll want to head to the SE terminal and defeat the Hydra there for a passcode. This is located right outside the main area titled Zephyr Concourse. Once that Hydra is defeated, you'll want to get yourself a terminal overload key by either completing public events, patrols, or looting chests across Neomuna. After the key has been obtained, you'll want to complete another terminal overload activity, and this time open the chest that requires the key. Once that chest has been opened, return to the Hall of Heroes and go to the Stargazer Memorial to repair it.
Algorithm is inaccurate, but acceptable shorthand. It's an occlusion in the way, perhaps, but if we ride along the edge, accelerated processing, gravitational lensing as applied to data. Maelstrom.
Head over to Quinn to complete the Stargazer part of this quest and to also receive the next quest called Maelstrom.
She's one of our smashed servers. It can't be a coincidence. If this occlusion spooked the Vex, maybe Maelstrom kept a backup of it on her server.
The first step for the Maelstrom quest is to bond with Strand sources and participate in public events, patrols, and loot sources within the Vex incursion zone. Check your map for where the Vex incursion zone is located at, since it rotates weekly. For the Strand sources, these are very similar to the empowered Strand nodes that were in the Lightfall campaign, except this time in patrol. Try reloading into the area a couple times and some Strand sources should eventually pop up. All you have to do is interact with them. Once that has been completed, the next step is to complete the Lost Sector within the Vex Incursion Zone. So once again, check your map for the Vex Incursion Zone and complete the Lost Sector in the area of Neomuna. Once the Lost Sector is done, head back to the Hall of Heroes to repair the Maelstrom Memorial.
This little electronic oracle may be useful, but I don't like anyone standing behind me, whether they've got a knife or not. So the question is, tear it out and let the whole network fall apart, or leave it in, and maybe things get a whole lot worse.
Once it is repaired, return to Quinn to complete it and to receive the next quest for the Winterbite Exotic, which is the Bluejay quest. Once you pick it up, the first step is to visit Nimbus. Upon visiting Nimbus, the next step is to defeat combatants in the current Vex Incursion Zone with a Stram subclass equipped to obtain shellcode fragments, while also opening a Terminal Overload key chest to obtain a polymorphic engine. Once the polymorphic engine has been obtained and that step has been completed, you'll then want to complete the partition activity. I believe these activities also rotate weekly, so it may change week to week. Once that is done, head back to the Hall of Heroes to repair the Bluejay Memorial, and return to Quinn once again to complete the Bluejay quest and to obtain the final portion of this quest titled Strider.
It's the shadow of every story and memory and hope we brought with us. The stars are off limits, but the veil knits an entire universe for us. We just had to embrace it.
The first step for this part of the quest is to spend keys on a terminal overload key chest in each of the 3 different areas on Neomuna, which are Zephyr Concourse, Ahimsa Park, and Leeming Harbor. This step will take 3 days to complete since the terminal overload activity rotates daily, so make sure you have 3 terminal overload keys ready to complete this step. Once all the terminal overload activities have been completed, the next step is to defeat Shadow Legion forces on Neomuna to find location data and to dive into the Ahimsa Park Lost Sector for a data cipher. You can just head to the Lost Sector and complete it there since there are enough Shadow Legion Cabal to get all 20 location data for this step. This Lost Sector is located on the side of the Typhon Imperator, so it may be a bit hard to find, but once it is completed, make sure you loot the chest at the end.
That wraps things up with those fighters. Title will want to know they came back, though. I'll send a quick report.
Once all of that is wrapped up, head back to Quinn in the Hall of Heroes and repair the Strider Memorial.
Looks like you've been busy. Let's see what the Shadow Legion knows about the Vex operation.
Oh, it's okay. I'll keep you safe. Just rest.
It doesn't sound like Strider was talking to a Vex.
It sounded like she was talking to a child. A scared child.
You're telling me the occlusion is a Vex mine? But what? It's a baby? A baby that wants to hide from the rest of the Vex?
Well, a busy data network like the Cloud Arc would be the perfect place to hide. The Vex only noticed it when all your security reset.
I'm getting a fix on this Vex tunneling operation. Put a stop to it. We'll figure out the rest later.
After that is done, you'll then have to head over to Maya's Retreat and defeat a bunch of Vex located there while also interacting with Vex confluxes that spawn. Defeating the Vex and interacting with all the Vex confluxes there, head back to Quinn and she'll have the Winterbite Exotic for you as your reward. This is definitely one of the longer exotic quests within Lightfall, so if you get lost or are confused on anything, please comment questions down below. And if this video was helpful or you enjoyed it, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later, back inside Destiny 2. Peace.